Do you know who this is? Even though you don't, you have to be thanking her for the various medical discoveries that saved millions of lives long after her own was tragically cut short. This is the story of the importance of one woman's contribution, albeit unknowingly, to the world of medical research. This is Henrietta Lacks, and she may have never known that her cells would go on to change the world. From polio to cancer, from HIV to COVID-19, her immortal HeLa cells has been at the forefront of some of the most significant discoveries of the past 7 decades. Yet, it's also a tale of ethical quandary. The story of Henrietta Lacks raises questions about informed consent and ownership of biological material. It serves as a reminder that while scientific progress is essential, it should never come at the cost of human dignity and rights. Let's go back to 1951. Henrietta, a black native born in Virginia, developed severe pain in her abdomen and vaginal bleeding. There were very few hospitals at that time that treated black people, and Johns Hopkins Hospital was one of them. Upon examination, renowned gynecologist Dr. Howard Jones discovers a large, malignant tumor on her cervix. A sample of her cancer cells retrieved during a biopsy was sent to Dr. George Gay's nearby tissue lab. For years, Dr. Gay, a prominent cancer and virus researcher, had been collecting cells from all the patients with cervical cancer, but each sample quickly died in his lab. What Dr. Gay would soon discover was that Henrietta's cells were unlike any of the others he had ever seen. Where other cells would die, her cells doubled every 20 to 24 hours. Today, these incredible cells, nicknamed HeLa cells, from the first 2 letters of her first and last names, are used to study the effects of toxins, drugs, hormones, and viruses on the growth of cancer cells without experimenting in humans. Even though it was a mystery back then, we now know that these special cells that keep dividing forever in a lab dish is due to mutations that prevent them from aging normally. HeLa cells possess an active form of telomerase, which is an enzyme that maintains the length of telomeres, the protective caps at the end of chromosomes, preventing their shortening during cell division. It's crucial for cell longevity and immortality in some cells like stem cells and cancer cells. So here, the active telomerase prevents telomere from shortening and allows the cells to divide beyond their normal limit, resulting in immortality. Fast forward to 2020, COVID-19 has turned into a pandemic and has brought the world to its knees. Scientists are in a race against time to figure out how dangerous SARS-CoV-2 virus infects humans. What do? They use the HeLa cells. They found it puzzling that the SARS-CoV-2 virus didn't infect HeLa cells. They suspected that there must be something missing on the surface of these HeLa cells that prevented the virus from infecting it. Then, they stumbled upon a remarkable discovery of another molecule called AC2, which other coronaviruses use as a gateway into human cells. Could SARS-CoV-2 be doing the same? With this hypothesis, the scientists engineered HeLa cells to exhibit the AC2 molecule on their surface. Then, when they exposed these modified cells to novel coronavirus, it could now enter and infect them. But the story doesn't end there. As soon as the scientists figured out that the virus's spike protein binds to the AC2 molecule on the surface of human cells, allowing the virus to enter and infect the body, they knew what they should target to prevent the coronavirus from entering the cells. Naturally then, scientists were able to develop vaccines with the spike protein. So, in essence, the journey to COVID-19 vaccines began with the immortal HeLa cells. However, COVID-19 is not the only disease that HeLa cells have helped resist. Before COVID, it has contributed to science and medicine in more ways than you can imagine. Even in the remedy of polio, they were key in testing Jonas Salk's polio vaccine. Later, when scientist Harold Zorhausen found a type of virus in Henrietta's cells called HPV-18, they also made vaccines against HPV, which is linked directly to cervical cancer. HeLa cells have also helped with gene mapping, testing the effects of radiations and poisons, and learning how viruses work. Although she ultimately passed away at the age of 31, her cells continue to impact the world. This is the legacy of Henrietta Lacks, a woman who in death gave life to countless others. A tale of a woman who is, in every sense of the word, immortal. So what do you think about this unethical practice? Do you think we should still use HeLa cells or not? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories and scientific insights. Thanks for watching.